There are people that will suck the life out of you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are bad people. They are people that do not know how to feed themselves. You have existed within vampiric environments with people that do not know how to have an equal energetic exchange. They view you as a source to be fed from. And when you stop showing up and feeding them, they move on to another source. They are not interested in getting into a balanced connection with you. They value you to the degree that you are able to give to them, and you establishing your energetic sovereignty, recognizing when you don't have something to give, you're not required to give it, understanding that this is your life and you don't have to show up and perform for someone else's comfort. When you put those programs into place, your relationships will change. And the biggest changes you will see will be where you are within vampiric relationships. You may look up and realize that there are people that you love, but they are vampires. They can't exist in the light. Meaning, they can't show up and support you. They can't cheer for you. They also cannot handle expression of emotion. They can't hold your water. Just because you have vampiric energy around you doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad person. This is a person does not know how to feed oneself. We're fed by tapping back into source, back into our heart, back into the love of God. So someone that doesn't have access to that has to seek it out in others. Someone that doesn't understand that they are the love of God will need to seek out validation and love and attention from others. There are vampiric energies that can't show up for you and care for you in the way that you would like them to. And it's because they can't show up for and care for themselves. That's it. That's all it is. It's a child of God that's sleeping, that's walking through the fog of life, doing what they need to do to stay alive. You'll identify where you have vampiric energy in your vicinity. And you'll also start to be able to recognize where you yourself can be vampiric. And there may be this resistance to admitting that, but hear me out. You become vampiric in nature when you stop looking at the goodness. When you go down timelines of darkness and judgment and wanting things to be different, you are feeding off of the light that could be here, present, now. Putting focus on darker energies means that we're spending our time on earth discussing darker energies. And we need to go through this process as we awaken. The turning point, though, between staying vampiric and stepping into and staying in the light is becoming aware of our energetic frequency in the moment, recognizing that our frequency is at all times being exchanged with people that we come into contact with. Is your energy being vampiric? Is it taking from the people that you are interacting with? Or are you allowing the light and the love to flow through you? You have this amazing light that's available to you at any time. And others have it too. And it is natural when you step into environments that are vampiric to want to hide your light, because they've hurt you, because you feel like they don't appreciate it. And Spirit is reminding you that when you shine light, others are going to be able to see you. They're going to be able to identify you. Other people of the light will be naturally drawn to you. Other authentic, genuine people will be drawn to you like moth to a flame, except for they're going to have their own flame. And remember, we have soul contracts, we have agreements, right? So perhaps you're fearful of your light being taken. But don't forget, you agreed to show up and allow yourself to be used for the greater good of all. So the time of dimming ourselves and calling it protection from vampires is over. That's a storyline that we had to play out to realize where we were playing small. We don't have to walk within outdated stories where there's something just behind us that are going to come out and get us. Where we're walking with something that's going to destroy us, something dark. That's an old story. You know the ending to this. You're the light. You're the love of God being expressed through a human vessel. All there is love. All there is here now. All there is how we choose to show up in this now moment. And Spirit is asking you to stop projecting darker energies onto the experience that aren't there. It's illusion. It's illusion that we created. It's what we wanted to experience while we're here. But now that we've experienced it, we've outgrown it. We don't need these stories of enemies, of darkness, of battling anymore. Because we know that we are the light, that we are the love. And we're just experiencing the now to its fullest. And not shying away, because there are people still in vampire energy that may have something to say about it, that may come try to take it. You don't have to be afraid to shine your light. This is why you're here. It's an old story. It's an old story of needing to defend yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. You're the light of God. You walk with an army of light behind you. There's nothing to fear. You're walking within your projection of this experience. You're a co-creator within it. It's a skill, an ability that took you a long, long time to figure out. So now that you have, why would you ever go back to an old storyline about being chased by vampires and having to defend yourself when you could just be here now in it? enjoying this awesome, beautiful life that God has gifted you. Everybody else gets their own gift from God too. I'm not special. I'm not unique. I'm not chosen. I did choose, though, to open up. I did choose to say yes to God. I did choose to heal. I did choose to take inspired action. I did choose to show up. I did choose to continue to get back up when I was down. I did choose my own happiness. I chose my success. I chose my abundance. And I can't sit back and limit where I can go because others haven't come on board to their ability to choose yet. Wake up and choose your own life. Choose to love everything. Choose to love everything because you remember all it took for you to get here to this now moment. Not just you, but the people that came before you, the souls that came before you. Your entire bloodline walks with you. You living your life right now in this moment is clearing ancestral trauma, wounding, programming. You are clearing the way for the souls that come after you and guiding forward the souls before that tackled even harder lessons in order for you not to have to do those lessons. When you remember that we are all on our perfect and unique timeline, carrying out what our soul wanted to experience here, and that nobody is better than another. Nobody, we're given lessons that they can't handle, and that we all make it back home. That changes how you can show up. You, being the co-creator, knowing these truths, get to walk with an immense freedom, a freedom of expression, a freedom from stress and worry, if you so choose. If you choose to stay fucking plugged in. Healing, awakening, stepping into co-creatorship is not a straight line. It is a roller coaster. It is a cyclic experience where you think you've learned a lesson and then you learn it again. You think you learn the lesson and then you embody it. You think you learn the lesson and then you have to reassess. It is this over and over and over again process. And every time, the same truth, the same ending, you're deeply loved. Everything aligned for you to be right here, right now, in this now moment. When you take a breath, when you ground, when you plug back in, you're going to be told exactly what you need. You're here to just be within this experience, loving it. Loving it. You're here to love. And those that are here to love too already see you. Those that on this lifetime are not here to love are really none of your business and none of your concern. You're responsible for this vessel. You're responsible for the energy that's emitting from this human body, and that's it. And when you allow the behaviors of other people to change the station of how your body shows up, they have hijacked you. They have taken over control of this experience. You're a sovereign being. You may not You may not. You will probably not show up perfectly. But make sure that you are always showing up as best you can. And that's not about perfection. It's about energy. It's about showing up, being grounded and open. That's it. That's all Spirit wants you to do. You don't have to always be on. You don't have to perform. In fact, performance kind of null and voids what you're doing, because a performance is felt. And people are over fake performance. They want genuine connection. They want presence. That is when we are our most powerful. It's time to stay plugged in, turned on, aware, and intentionally broadcast the energy of the world that you want to live in. We can choose this full spectrum of experience, an infinite number of possibilities of things to experience while you're here on earth. Intentionally choose how this now moment feels. You just be it. You be it, and then you're in it. You're in your dream.